Hi guys, welcome to our channel Swipe to Learn. Today we will be seeing about the Python pseudocodes, where pseudocodes are defined irrespective of the programming language, where we will be getting to learn about how the programming logic like control statements, function, recursion concepts, etc. are executed. So let's see about the pseudocodes and each of them in detail. These are very important concepts for placements and where we will be getting a separate section of pseudocodes where we will be solving them and writing the outputs. So let's see with the first pseudocodes. Here, the input is a equals to 5 and b equals to 5. So let's go with the function each and every line. A is 5 and b is 5. So if a less than b, so in this condition, a is not less than b. Else if b not equal to 0, b not equals to 0 is true. Return a into function of a comma b minus 1. A is 5, 5 into function of 5 comma b minus 1 is 4. Now this function call is called b minus 1 is 4. So b will be 4 now. A less than b is false, b not equal to 0 is true. Now function of f 5 comma 4 minus 1 is 3. This call is again, it calls f5 comma 3 minus 1, 2. It will call again 5 comma 1. You are forgetting a into here, 5 into 5 into 5 into. So now this calls 5 into f of 5 comma 0. So here a is less than b is false, b not equal to 0. This is also false, so we will be returning this value 0. So for each and every call, it's gonna back and multiply. So that is 5 power 5 into 5 into 5, 5. So the value would be 3125. This is the answer for the first pseudocode. So we don't follow any of the programming language syntax. That may be C, Java, Python, anything, irrespective of programming language. We just check for the programming concepts. Now let's see with the second pseudocode. We have initialized character C equals to A here. So this is the small a. So we will be going with the ASCII values here. As you all know, ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange or Information Exchange, where capital A ASCII value. So whatever we convert from the machine level code to binary level code, we go with the concepts of converting them into ASCII values and this into the binary data. So now the small a ASCII value is 97. So when we go and print this percentage d comma a, it prints 97 as the answer. So now let's see the next one. So here we have characters as C, A, B. Character C, ASCII value of F is given to C and ASCII value of S is given to A, ASCII value of X to B. So if we go with the ASCII values, F ASCII value is 102, S 115 and X is 120. If we add upon this as sum equals to C plus A plus A plus B. So 5 plus 2 is 7, 2 plus 1, 3 and 1 plus 1 plus 1 that is 3. So answer would be 337 option D here. Let's see with the next one. Here we have an array 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So indexing starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for I equals to 0 to n, we are getting the array of I equals to array of I plus array of I plus 1. So 0 to n, 0 to n is 5. So for I equals to 0, array of 0 equals to a of 0 plus a of 0 plus 1, that is a of 1. So a of 0 will be 1 plus 2, that is 3. So we are adding the consecutive numbers. So for iteration of 1, a of 1 equals to a of 1 plus a of 1 plus 1, that is a of 2. So it will become 5. In the same way, 4 plus 3, 7. In the same way, this becomes 4 plus 5, 9. And this will be 5 as we don't have anything default, so it will be 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. So this is the output. So if you go with the next pseudo code, so if you go with the fifth question, here we have a function called fun. Here it has the variables int x comma y. And if you go with the main block, I equals to 5, n equals to 7. So we are assigning the function of 5 comma 7 to value f, and we have to print value of f. So let's go. X equals to 5, y equals to 7. So if x less than equals to 0, 5 less than equals to 0 is false. So we are going to return function of x minus 1, that is 4, y minus 1 is 6. 4 comma 6, again it's going to check x is less than equal to 0 is false. Now we're going to return f of 3 comma 5. Again it goes and 3 is less than equal to 0 is false. Recursive call f will become, function call will become 2 comma 4. Then again it's gonna check and call x less than equals to 0 is false. So x will be x minus 1 is 1, y minus 1 is 3. Again it goes 1 less than equals to 0 false. So x less than x minus 1, that is 0, 3 minus 1 is 2. If you go with the next call again, x is less than equals to 0 is true, we're gonna return y. So y up in this function call is 2. So the output would be 2. This is how we, pseudocodes are very simple and easy. We just want to understand how the flow of the code executes and just trace them, we'll get the output. Let's move on to next question. Yeah, we got the next question now. Here n equals to 5. Variables are k, f1, f2 and k. So if n less than 2, n is less than 2 is false. So we are going to the else block. f1 equals to 1, f2 equals to 1. So now we need to iterate the k loop in such a way that from k equals to 2 to, sorry, this is f, here, k equals to 2 to n, that is 5. For the first iteration of k equals to 2, f equals to f1 plus f2, that is k will be 2. Okay. Now f2 will become f1, that is 1. f1 will become f. And then now k will be 3. K equals to 3, third iteration, f is equals to f1 plus f2, 2 plus 1, that is 3. f2 will become f1, that is 2. f1 will become f, that is 3. For k equals to 4, the value of f would be f1 plus f2, that is 3 plus 2, 5. And then f2 will become f1. f2 is 3. f1 will become f. So it asks us to print the value of f. So now k will be 5. 5 less than 5 is false. So we are coming out of the for loop. Now it's asking us to print f. The value of f is 5. So the answer would be option C, 5. Let's move on to next question. Okay. Here we have increment and decrement concepts. You should be very careful and think twice when you are answering about the increment and decrement. Plus plus is increment, minus minus is decrement. So here it is of two types: pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-increment. A plus plus, plus plus A minus minus, minus minus A. These are post and these are pre. So if a variable is assigned with A plus plus, if it is post increment, first the value of A is assigned to the variable and then A is incremented. So variable would be A and then again A is incremented. What if it is pre-increment plus plus a. First a value is incremented, then this value will be assigned to variable. You have to please be careful and please be in your mind when you are solving the pseudo codes with increment and decrement. You have to check whether it is pre-increment or post-increment. Don't confuse with the increments and decrements. So pre, firstly, it initially updates its value, whatever its increment or decrement, it updates its value and assigns to variable. Whereas post, firstly, it assigns the value and then it increments or decrements. Okay, now let's see with this question. Here, int a equals to function of 5, we're gonna print a plus plus. Okay, let's go with the function. Function says return a minus minus. A is 5. Okay, so it's post. So first we'll be returning the function value as 5. So this function 5, it returns 5. Now a will become 4 in this scope, like in this block of code, a is 4 here. But if we go with this variable, a is 5. So, and then if we go with a plus plus here, firstly a is assigned value and then it's printed and now a will be 6. So it's post increment. First a will be given and then it increment. So answer would be C. If before this line, again if printf a would be there, so a is already incremented. So a value would be 6. I'll explain it again. So firstly a minus minus. It's post. So firstly we will be returning the value. So a here it calls, so a will be 5 here. And then a here, this variable a here is decremented to 4. Okay. So come with the main block. So main block says a plus plus. So whatever the a value is assigned to this percentage d, that is value assignment should be done and then implemented as it is post. So a would be 5 and then after this coming down to the statement, a would be 6. A is incremented. So answer would be option C, 5. If you go on seeing about increment and decrement while working on them with the efficient practice, you will know how increment and decrement operators would work. So let's go with the do while loop here. We have val as 5. So firstly, let me increment value plus plus. So value would be 6. 5 value is incremented to 6. And then this is pre-increment. 6 would become 7. So this is main you have to focus. Value plus plus greater than 7. It is post increment. So first value is assigned. So val is 7. 7 greater than 7. This is false. We are going to come out of the value. So after assigning the value, we need to perform the update. So value will become 8. So when you come out of the loop, what is the, we need to print the value of 8 value. So what is the value of value? That is 8. I'll explain it again. So you have the value as 5. Value is incremented once. That is 6 here. This is again it incremented. It is 7. So here if you check with the condition, val is 7 here. 7 greater than 7 is false. And then after assigning the value, it has to perform the updation. So now after completion of this statement, value is 8. Here it asks us to print the value. So that is answer is 8. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. If you have any doubts with this increment and decrement operators, please pin in the comment section. We'll clarify that in detail. So here m equals to 0. So if m equals to 0, this is true. So we are going with the if block. So in this if block, we need to find the m equals to value. Here as you see, there are parentheses and bracket, comma. Comma has very least priority generally over the parentheses. If comma operators are present in the bracket values, suppose m equals to 3 comma 2, then the last, like the rightmost value will be assigned to m value. If you check with the associativity and precedence of the comma and brackets, it will be taking the least preference comma, so the right hand corner. So in the first braces, 5 comma m equals to 3, m value will be returned as 3, and from m equals to 3 comma m equals to 1, from this parenthesis we return m value as 1. So answer would be 1 as m value equals to 1, right? Let's move on to next question. Okay, here we also have decrement operators, and here this is unary plus. Unary plus, unary minus, they just indicate sign, they won't perform any functionalities. No functionality is performed with this unary operators. Okay, so plus of I is same as I. Plus of plus I is also same as I. So plus 5 is similar to plus 5. Plus of plus 5. Plus 5 will get 5 here. Again plus 5 is 5. So it's same as I. So we write this while loop as while I minus minus not equal to 0 execute the statement. So what's the value of I? 0. As it is the post decrement, first we assign the value of I 0. 0 not equal to 0. This is false. We'll be coming with the out of value. So I now we need to perform the updation. So I will minus minus, that is I will becomes minus 1. So we come out of the while loop and we have the print statement as printing of I. So that is minus 1. So answer would be option A. This is how pseudocodes. You can go with the various platforms on practice the pseudocodes, say Prep and Star, Geeks for Geeks, or Coding Ninjas, and several other platforms, India Bigs, where you have multiple pseudocodes. If you keep on practicing pseudocodes, this is the most important round in the placements, and you will get to know how the control flow, how the recursion concepts, how the operators, how the precedents, everything gonna execute. This is very easy if you practice it. This is the most important and easiest topic, as nothing you're doing your own, you're just executing the series and the lines of the code, you're just debugging and you're getting the output. So congratulations, and if you find this video helpful, please do share it with your friends, like and subscribe to Swipe to Learn.